truly yours. Damn, I don't know it's just something about
So, what this week was crazy. It was uh, it was a beautiful one, because I had the opportunity of really experiencing what life is like when it comes to living, positively, and just truly being at peace. Um, it's a beautiful thing because my little cousin asked me, he was like, man, you trying to do a lot. And I noticed that, when it came down to everything, it's not no one's fault but my fault, last thing that I want to make it seem like as if it's someone else's fault. But, my life direction was, definitely chose by me. But he was like, you're doing a lot. And I just told him, like, I spent a majority of my life just doing, not really doing what it is that I wanted to do, what it is that I love, those things that make me happy. And I feel that's a very important thing, especially now because um, it's very important for me to self preserve. So it's very necessary to be selfish. Being selfish is not a bad thing, you know. Um, it's not a bad thing at all. It's very beautiful to be selfish. It's just certain types of selfishness. Um, when you're selfish in a way where you're trying to control someone else's emotions, and when someone else is involved, that is a very toxic and a very bad way of um, a very bad way of being selfish. But you definitely should be selfish in a relationship. You know what I mean? Whatever relationship it is, you should definitely be selfish because that's the only way that you can self preserve. That's the only way that you can identify yourself. Like, if you give up the things that you love, then how can you continue to grow? You know, with me, I love a lot of different things. There's a lot of things that make me happy, from my kids, to, dirt bikes, to music, to, just dealing with people, conversations, working out, fitness, being healthy, I mean, and I'm a people person. So, just me being around people as well is a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? But overall, I mean, I really feel like that's what life is truly about. Life is truly about self preserving and being selfish and truly understanding what your purpose is and what you're good at. And it's about truly knowing self. I feel like a lot of individuals go through life not really understanding or actually knowing exactly who they are and what self really is. It's crazy to me at times, but when it comes down to it, like, it's not surprising. This journey that I'm on is a beautiful one because it gives me the opportunity of actually seeing how my life has been, and it also lets me know exactly what direction that I want to go when it comes to life, and especially like my kids, um, being an influence to them, being able to guide them in the right direction, being able to give them the direction that I didn't have, you know what I mean? Being able to bless them with a life that I didn't have, you know what I mean? Not to say that my life wasn't good or my life was terrible or anything like that, but definitely, there was things that I wanted as a kid and growing up that I didn't have, you know what I mean? And I don't put, it's not no one else's fault. It's not my mom's fault, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that, or my grandmother's, my grandfather's. It's not their fault. It's just truly something, at the end of the day, that's just how I grew up. So, like, it's not a bad thing. But I will say that, it is very important to self-preserve. Self-preservation is very important, and it is very, very important to be selfish. So just remember that if you are in a relationship with another individual, just understand that you have to be selfish. Don't lose your self-identity, or don't lose yourself just because, this other person may not be feeling it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if they are feeling you, that's what they're, that's you. That's your identity. So you can't give up what it is that you love to do, and that's how they met you. But besides that, that's always love. Um, you know, Follow me on Twitter, uh, Demolitionsquadbrooks. Follow me on Instagram, Demolitionsquadbrooks. Also follow me on Facebook, Branded by Brooks. You can also follow me on TikTok, Branded by Brooks. Um, and I think that's basically it. And other than that, man, it's always good and beautiful, to talk to you guys. Other than that, much love. Peace. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my other platforms, and, follow me on here. Till then, holla.
Truly yours.